I think they came up with some key rebounds in the fourth quarter, and Battle hit some clutch shots for them.
When you have so many different lineups because you guys are just short-handed, what's the challenge of figuring out the balance both offensively and defensively, just staying connected with each other?
I think it's just knowing where you're supposed to be on the court. You don't plan out the tendencies of other players. But like you said, since we have new guys, kind of have to learn down the fly. But might not look good now, but I think that'll definitely help us later in the season.
That's kind of what Evan said too, just in terms of building that trust and that camaraderie with these guys. This is something that could potentially help you later down the line. How do you see that?
Like I said, it's going to look rough at times. It's going to be lineups in there like that haven't played with each other. But we have talented guys, smart guys, and over time we'll learn each other's tendencies and things like that, and it'll look better.
And with Evan specifically, what are you enjoying about playing off of him this year?
I just like when he's aggressive. When he's aggressive, it makes us a lot better. I love that he's shooting the outside shot, trying to expand his game. But when he's in the paint and making decisions for us, I think that's when he's at his best.
Without a lot of guys out this early part of the season, we've seen you as more of a secondary, third creator. What has that done for your offensive flow and just having to do that role on top of your scoring load already?
It definitely helps. It's definitely different. A role that I haven't played mostly in my career, but I feel like I've worked enough to kind of handle it. And like I said, it's not going to be great all the time, but later in the season, it's definitely.
In the first quarter, obviously, Kenya talked about the competitive nature and wanting to get out to that fast energy pace. Jalen Tyson came in and was in the starting lineup again, but he played with a different kind of aggressiveness on the defensive end. How is that kind of contagious for you guys and what he's been able to do for the first couple games of the season?
His energy always helps us. He's a talkative guy. He's an energy guy. Seeing a guy pick up like that just gives you juice to kind of do the same thing. So he played very well defensively, and I think he played well offensively too. So to have the energy to do both, that's big for us, and it definitely helped us today.
You said he's talkative. Did he talk smack when he's on the floor? Did he just?
Nah, he just be talking. I don't know what he be talking about, but he be talking though.
We haven't talked to you since you've gotten back. Just physically, how have you felt these last few games?
I felt good. Just trying to get my win, trying to get NBA conditioning, but I felt pretty good. Feeling confident. Just trying to get my rhythm back.
I heard what you said too about Evan and trying to find that balance between perimeter and being inside. How difficult can that be for someone who hasn't necessarily had to do that yet?
I think it's very difficult. He's talented enough to do both. So you don't want to take a part of his game away. But like I said, when he's in the paint, when he's driving to the basket, I think that helps us. It opens up things for us, which ultimately opens up things for him as well.
Kenny talked a little bit about just that third quarter being exactly who you guys can be with the pace of the offense and the defense leading to offensive buckets. What did it feel like to just be in that flow with everybody on the floor?
No, it felt great. Getting those stops, that's something that we emphasized at halftime, just to come out with that energy. And, I think we pushed it to a 10 or 12-point lead, early, made them call the first time out. So that's definitely big for us and, something we could build on.
How did you feel about the shot quality tonight compared to maybe the last couple of games?
I think it's better. We still have young guys in there who probably don't know when or where to take their shots. And, I probably took a few bad ones tonight, but I think overall it was a lot better.